All right, what's up, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna doing another video on composting and trash cans. Hopefully, this time I'll be more successful. Since we're in fall, going to winter, um, we'll see how well I do in the next few months. Because what I'm planning on doing is flipping this right now. I'm planning to flip it every month. So I'll show you what the compost looks like so far. But every time one's empty, I've been slowly backfilling it with some more new composting material. So this trash can will be less broken down, and this one will be more broken down. So that's be the difference, and I'll show you that in a second. But every time I'm gonna put the every time I'm gonna flip it once a month, like I said, and the one that gets flipped, I won't put any new compost or new composting material. That's gonna be the one breaking down until December. In December, I'm gonna stop filling up the the newly flipped compost. So let it break down over from all winter all the way to spring. So I let it break down for months, and hopefully we have compost used in April. But yeah, let me bring you guys closer to show you how these two different composts look like. All right, so this is the more broken down compost. As you can see, uh, it's not broken down all the way, but I am gonna flip it today into the compost where it's not broken down like at all. All right, so like I said earlier, this is the trash can I was backfilling with more composting material. You can see none of this is broken down. You can see all these fibrous roots. Excuse me. That's from the tomatoes and tomatillos that I was growing in a container, but I didn't do it too well because the container was too small. But yeah, the more broken down stuff it'll be going in here, and then next month it'll be going into back to the other one and going back and forth. But yeah, let me just flip this right now. All right, YouTube, so you can see now it's full. Basically, everything that was in here is now in here. Well, yeah, you can see over here, this one, and this trash can I have to cut out the bottom. I thought it'd be better, but turns out if you don't have enough water, it doesn't really matter. But I can tell I've been doing a better job of watering or keeping it moist because usually this part is really dry, but now it's pretty moist. Maybe it's because the paper is shredded too smally. I'm not sure. So for this new, uh, now that I'm backfilling this compost, I heard that if you use paper, putting it to a ball is better because um, it'll carry more water, or not water, but it'll have more airflow in your trash can. That's a piece of plastic. Get that out. But yeah, it'll carry more airflow while you're putting your other kitchen scraps and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you guys updated in the future, within a month, should I say? Because I'm gonna slowly backfill this with more paper, all crumpled up like this, and then get the scraps, and then yeah, I'll be back in a month. All right, guys, so it'll be 1 month tomorrow. Since I flipped this compost, you can see I filled it all the way to the top. It broke down a little bit, which is a good thing to see. But yeah, the reason why I'm doing it early is because tomorrow I'm gonna be kind of busy, so I want to do this now before I can't, and then I take too long to do it. But yeah, you can see this side, the right side where I flipped it to, broke down, and over here I've been slowly filling it up. If you see at the beginning of the video, this had nothing in it. So yeah, the past month I've been slowly filling this up. Then now I'm gonna flip this to over here, then to let this sit for a month. Then I'll be slowly filling this up, and yeah, I'll be right back once I'm done. All right, guys. So here's this trash can all empty into this trash can because it's just a little over full. I'm surprised that I was able to fit it all, even though I had like almost half of the trash can full. But yeah, you can see most of it still looks the same. More of the middle part looked broken down, and the top, which I'm really surprised about. I think because more of the bottom had a little bit drier, had less water. So now that the bottom's in, well, the top's in the bottom and the bottom's in the top, hopefully this will break down more. We'll see. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated in the future, in the next month. So right now it was October. Well, technically it's November. So I'll do another update in December and show you what this looks like after I flip it to this trash can. But yeah, what I was doing different um, between filling in that trash can is that instead of shredded paper, I've been crumbing up the paper instead and then throw it in there and make it more. Hopefully, I have more air between the layers, but we'll see. Maybe there's too much air in the bottom, but not enough on top. We'll see. That's an experiment I'm doing. But yeah, and a viewer told me that I should use my native soil for added biology, and since I live in a desert, my soil my soil isn't too good. It's extremely dry. There's no active biology going on in my soil currently, so I am putting in some native soil in here in hopes that my inactive soil becomes more active and so my inactive biology in my native soil becomes more active and hopefully inoculates my compost that I'm going to use in the spring. But yeah, guys, I'll keep you guys updated and I'll see you next month. Alright, YouTube, so it's been 1 month since I backfilled this trash can. You can see it broke down a little bit, so that's pretty good sign. Um, you can see over here where I was filling it over the past month. You can see there's a bunch of bananas because no one ate bananas. I put in a lot of wood ash just because I have a bunch of it and I want to get rid of it. And I did put some native soil because a subscriber told me that I should do that. Um, I think it's a good idea because my native soil is pretty dry and inactive. And I'm hoping by adding it to my compost that it'll inoculate my compost and probably reactivate the microbes that's already in my native soil. So yeah, I'll be right back once I flip this to over here. Alright guys, so I filled it to the top to the best that I could. You can see I still have a little bit of compost in here. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'm just gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna start backfilling it with more new compost. But in the meanwhile, I'm gonna let this break down over the winter into the spring. So for the next 4 months, I'm gonna reopen this trash can and probably use it for my spring crop. But until then, I'll be right back with you guys in April. So yeah, see you in a second. All right, YouTube. So it's not April yet, so I'm not harvesting the compost just yet. But I wanted to show you updates on it until April. Um, if you are enjoying today's video, it would be greatly appreciated if you left me a like or a subscribe. We're almost at 400 subscribers at the time of recording this video. Uh, by the time I upload it, we'll see where I'm at. But anyway, I'm gonna show you how I'm filling this up. The empty trash can with more composting materials. All right, YouTube. So yes, as you can see, last time I forgot to add more brown material. Well, technically I did. This is the brown material, but I added more greens because I didn't know it was in my. It was outside. But anyway, here's some kitchen waste. There's really a little bit of browns in here anyway, but it's not gonna be enough for this, especially since I'm gonna add coffee grounds. If you didn't know, coffee grounds are actually green and not brown. Just kind of crazy to think about. But there you go. There's your greens. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add some potash to make well, just because I'm trying to get rid of it, and it makes it so it has more potassium in your compost. And I know potash is very alkaline, but hopefully with this trash can composting method, it will be just fine. I'm using my native soil. You can see my native soil is really dry. It's really hydrophobic. What I'm hoping to do with when I'm adding my native soil is that it'll rehydrate the my soil and the inactive microbes from my soil comes reactivated with the water that's being added to this compost pile. I don't know how I can see this, but in here it's just a bunch of cardboard. On the bottom, there's more leaves. But I showed a bunch of cardboard right now, so that's gonna be using right now. And then as I dig down, I should be getting more of the leaves. Leaves are way better for micronutrients than cardboard. Cardboard is just carbon. But if you have a lot of cardboard or paper, you can use it. It's a great carbon source, so why not use it? Basically, right now I'm just trying to bury other stuff that I put in, and if I need to, I'll just water this in, which I probably would do. So I'll be right back. All right. So since I added a bunch of carbon, I want to make sure it's not too hydrophobic or um, it doesn't take all the water away from uh, the green stuff that I put in, especially because it wasn't too much that I added. But anyway, it's just clean water or just city water filtered or left out in the sun for a day to dechlorinate. But I do have a filter, so I didn't need to do that. Okay, so that's it for this trash can. Now let me show you the next one. Alright, so if you remember the last clip or the previous clip before I recorded for today, you'll know this trash can was filled up basically all the way to the top, or at least as much as I could before it started spilling out. You can see it is breaking down, so that's a good thing. But yeah, that's just for January. Let's see what's going on in February. I'll see you in this clip. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Today is February 1st, and I'm doing an update on this trash cans. As you know, the right side isn't getting any more compost. It's just sitting for a while until April. Like I said, today's February 1st, so it's not ready yet. Until then, we'll see what it looks like. This left one has been filling up faster than I expected to fill it. So you're going to see me just try to shove more composting materials in it to get rid of the extra compost things that I have and to see if it breaks down even more. So yeah, let me show you what I'm doing. Alright guys, so you can see it's almost full. It's almost up to the max. This is Bermuda grass. You can compost Bermuda grass, especially in a trash can, since with the lid on, it's gonna be dark mostly. So the Bermuda grass can't survive without too much light. So even though not even last week, this week I dumped out this bag full of composting materials. Just because I have a little bit more in here, just might as well just dump it in here, because why not? See, there's paper, this sticker I try to get off before composting it, but sometimes you miss it. And I've been collecting coffee grounds for way too long, as you can see. This is a good nitrogen source, so that should make up for the composting materials I don't have for this week or this month now. And just like last time, I'm trying to add more potassium with potash. It's a little bit wet because it did rain not too long ago, finally. But I don't know. I don't know if the alkalinity was away because it got rained on. I don't think so because I had nowhere to go besides that bucket. But we'll see. And just like last time again, I'm putting a cup full of my native soil. So I'm hoping the biology would come back to life, or however it works, come back to my soil and then inoculate my compost. Someone told me to do that a couple of videos ago. Well, no, like in my old composting video, but I haven't done updates lately. So they mentioned I should do that. and I've been doing it ever since. Um, and here I have a dead avocado tree that my uncle gave me. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep it alive. Um, just still learning how to grow things, so not too upset about it. And the main reason why if I can get it all out, the main reason why I'm dumping this in here is because I need the bucket really, and not because I want to use all the brown material yet. But it is good brown material, so might as well use it. This gives me an excuse to use some paper. I haven't used that for a while, so I have just a bucket full of paper that I need to use up. So yeah, guys, that's the update on this trash can so far. I guess I could show you the other trash can that hasn't been getting new materials. It's just composting the old stuff. I don't know. I don't remember what it looked like last time. I think it was pretty full, but you can see there's a little bit of breakdown. I have to check again. But either way, here's how it looks like currently. In my opinion, it does look like it decreased a little bit, so I'm happy about that. That's telling me it's composting. And even though this top layer probably won't be composted, once we start digging it in there, it should be very well composted. So yeah, I'll be right back with you guys next month to show you an update on these trash cans again. Today's March 1st. I'm gonna add more compost stuff to this uh, trash can compost. I'm forgetting already. Um, so today is our last month where I'm gonna fill this up. In April, we're going to see if this trash can actually produces compost or not. So stay tuned for that. But until then, we're going to fill up this trash can some more. Alright, guys, so you can see it's pretty much full. So it's getting less and less space in here. But either way, I still have a little bit to add. So that's what I'm going to do today. And we're going to finally see next month to see if this trash can, the one I'm not turning or adding any more composting material, to see if it finally produces some compost. If you've been following me for a while, you know I've been struggling to make compost, and I've been getting a lot of suggestions from a lot of people, but I haven't been following everything, but we'll see how well I do. Hold on, I forgot something. I'll be right back. Alright, so in here I got some soaking wet ash from the rain. The bucket broke. I hopefully didn't go in the trash can. Either way, soaking wet ash, a little bit of charcoal, a little bit of bone char, some pretty good stuff. And there might be rain coming this week, so it might get wet again if I don't cover it up. And 1 cup of my native soil, because I'm trying to bring back the biology from my native soil into my compost. Hopefully it'll make my compost more drought resilient, but I don't know if that works that way, so we'll see. Old tree trunk, or old tree I was trying to grow but failed, and I don't have the receipt, so I can't take it back, so that sucks. But this means we can make some use from it. Wood chips from some bare root trees that I got earlier this year, earlier this month, last month. Should make some really good carbon. some of it's already basically compost. Not really, but kind of. I'm basically gonna fill it all the way. A little bit more. Some of those wood chips is like really small, so I'm surprised some of it's large, some of it's pretty small. And that's pretty much it for this trash can compost. Before I forget, I'm gonna water it in. I know some people say that I put not enough water and there's not enough air holes to give it oxygen. Um, Personally, I think it's just because I kept adding more and more composting material and not letting it decompose. So I guess we'll see by next month who's right. But either way, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna show you the trash can that is decomposing. All right, so it's been excuse me. So it's been a couple of months since I filled this trash can. You can see it did decrease a lot, which to me it is decomposing, except for this top layer, obviously. So when I go to harvest this compost, I'll just scrape this part off, and we'll see how it looks. So far, I am happy on how it's decomposing. I haven't dug in it, so I don't know how well it looks inside. I want to wait until I harvest it next month with you guys. But yeah, this is how this compost looks like. Really happy with it. Hopefully, it does well. And yeah, hopefully, uh, by next month, we'll see how it looks. All right, guys, I'll be right back in a month time. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. It's finally April 1st, so we're gonna finally harvest the compost. Um, if you keep up with me this far, you know I didn't let this the right side of the trash can. I let it sit for a couple months now, so we're finally gonna see if it composted the way I wanted to. But either way, I have an idea of what I want to do, and yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying this video so far. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, and hopefully you can hear me because I did put my mic in a different place. But yeah, we'll just see if it works or not. All right, see you in a bit. All right, YouTube. So you can see, in my opinion, it broke down a lot since I last filled it in December. So I was gonna initially just scrape off the top and then dig in it, but I think I'm just gonna dig in it and see how it looks in general. All right, I'm gonna dig that right now. Alright guys, so you might be saying, Antonio, that does not look like finished compost. And I would agree with you, it does not. And there's still big chunks like this that I can't break, or I can. So if I find big chunks like that, I'll just put it back. Or just a huge log like I showed you earlier, I'll just take those out because they're way too big. And I'll probably do something else with it. I'm pretty sure the charcoal is charged, so it's not biochar. And in my opinion, it doesn't smell bad. It smells pretty nice actually. So this comes to my idea that I had. Instead of putting it back in composting it, I'm gonna just use it as if it was compost. But instead of like using it for my seedlings or stuff like that, I'll probably make some compost tea and then put it in my worm bin. So I think that's a better use of this compost, especially because I waited a long time for it. And hopefully with the next batch, I'll do a lot better of composting it. I'll probably start off by flipping this compost to this one, and see how that looks. But other than that, this is the compost um, for now, I guess, until it goes through the worm's stomach. And I'll keep you guys updated on that if you want to see the worm composting area thing that I'm doing. Because in a second, I'll show you how my worm compost looks like. If you haven't seen my previous video on how me backfilling the raised bed with worm compost, it looks really nice. A little bit of big stuff, but it's not too bad. But yeah, I think I'm just, instead of just letting it go back to this, I'll just use this as for my compost tea, and what's that? Put it in a worm bin so it can decompose even more. And yeah, let me show you how my worm casters look like. Alright, YouTube, just in case you're wondering why all this is here, I'm free fill backfill raised bed. It's because my brother's dog came back, so I was worried that she was gonna dig in here. So anyway, if you can see, this worm compost is pretty fine, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, I think my idea of just letting it compost with the worms is a great idea. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. But let me show you the first batch on how that looks. Alright, YouTube, so you can see the top layer of the compost looks actually way better than the bottom layer. I don't know why that is, but either way, that's what we got now. So I'm not too disappointed. I'm actually pretty happy with it. So yeah, just use it as a as a compost tea, and then for worm bedding, I guess. Alright, YouTube, so let's answer the question of, did I finally make compost? In my opinion, yes and no. Yes, because it looks a lot better than I did before. No, because it's not the compost you expect it to look. With that being said, though, I think my idea of using that as a compost tea and then add it to my worm bin to let it compost further with the worms, I think it's a great idea. So I think I'm going to do that as my next step. But either way, I did flip the compost that I had in here on the left side to the right side, where I barely harvested the compost. And in my opinion, it does look good. So I think for this trial, I think I'm gonna, instead of waiting the 4 months like I did this time, I'm gonna keep flipping it every week. So today's Tuesday, so next Tuesday that's when I'll flip it again. And let me know if you want to see updates on that. If not, then I'll just do it monthly like I've been doing. But either way, I think that'll be a better idea going on forward. And to be clear, that the stuff that people say, because I watch people on composting, on things you shouldn't compost, like citrus or onions. When I was harvesting the compost, I did not see any of those in there. So I think it's okay. And if you see my previous videos on the composting, you'll know that before there wasn't enough water, and now I think I'm adding too much water. So it's still that balance. I'm trying to figure it out, but yeah, I think flipping it every week would be better for me and for the compost. So yeah, guys, I think that's it for today's video. I don't want to make it too long, but it's already long enough. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.